Hey everybody, it's Stephanie. You are in my kitchen and I'm getting ready to make me some meatloaf muffins. And the meatloaf muffins, what I'm gonna use with, what kind of pan I'm gonna use is these silicone meatloaf muffin pans, and they're 3.5 inches. And the reason I'm gonna use this is because I got some portion control. So at least one of these will give me one serving of meatloaf. So also, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and these are silicone, so they will come out easily. I did make some in the tin ones, and it was they were hard to clean, and a little hard to get out. So I'm gonna try these, and you'll see what's going on. Okay, right now I have, this is a meatloaf mix, and it's got pork, veal, and ground beef in it. It's already a mix. It's how they make it. I like it that way too. And so I'm gonna mix all of this up, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I've already put in some garlic powder and some onion powder and a little bit of basil. So I'm gonna put a little, I don't usually use this, but I'm going to put just a drop of onion salt, just like that much of onion salt. And you know, you need to have some sort of all-purpose seasoning. So I'm going to use the adobo light in here also. Put a little of that in there. Give it some flavor. I'm going to put some garlic and herb, Spain spice, my favorite. I'll put Spain spice because Spain spice does not have that much sodium. All right. Then this is kind of going to be on the easier side. I got some eggs. I think I'm going to put 2 eggs in here. I think that's all. You know, eggs cost too much money. And when you get them, half of them are broke. That's just kind of crazy. When you buy them from the store, half of them are broke. And the reason I'm having a time getting this out, because some of these were broke and it was in the container and they're sticking to the container. Like, really? That's what we need. We do not need that. So that's one of those eggs. If I can get this other one out. Now I'm having issues. Here's the other one. There we go. Both of my eggs are in. Next thing I'm going to put in there now is some breadcrumbs. So this is Italian style breadcrumbs. And I don't measure stuff. I just don't. I'm sorry. I kind of have an idea. I have a feeling, you know, the gods be telling me stuff. So but if I was to say what I was going to put in here, I'd say at least a half a cup of breadcrumbs here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of, oh yeah, I got to put some ketchup in here because that's how I like mine. And I mean, this is a quick recipe. I've made recipes, you know, with pepper and onions and, you know, real good stuff. But I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm kind of in a hurry. I just want to get this in the oven. So I squirted that much ketchup in there. I'm going to put some more ketchup on the top when it's done. Now let me wash my hands. Be right back. I am a home cook, and that's what I am. And as I am working on something or cooking with something, I constantly wash my hands because I constantly believe in washing dishes and stuff and staying ahead. So otherwise you'll never get done. So if you wash your hands, you're going back and forth, you cleaning your hands. So I'm not worried about it. Next, I'm going to put a little bit of milk. Just a little bit. I don't know. Quarter cup, maybe. Now this is where and why I this is why I use my fingers. God's tools, okay? I put my hands in here and I feel it, you know. I feel it. So if I feel like it needs something, because it's not quite put together, And I can tell you right now, it feels loose to me. It feels loose. So with that loose feeling, I'm going to add some more breadcrumbs to dry it up, of course. You're going to dry it up with breadcrumbs. So I'm going to add a little more breadcrumbs because it does feel too loose for me. But I'm mixing it first. You know, I want to mix it up. And then we shall see. We shall see. So, I got my... All right. So, as I'm mixing this together, it's getting tighter, which is good. So, that's why I say what you do is put your hands in and see how it feels. So, it is feeling a little tighter to me, and I like that. And you don't really want to overwork it, but it's definitely feeling tighter than it did when I first got started, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to add just a drop more of the breadcrumbs. I got to get one hand good so I can get some breadcrumbs. And I want to add just a bit more. That's a little bit more. I'm going to call it a shape more. Plus, I'm also going to add a little more ketchup. Come here, girl. Add a little more ketchup in here. And I think that kind of does it. I made these before. I used the regular cupcake, the cupcake mold or holder. And that's what I made. When I made it, I made like 2 of them. It came out delicious too. I just winged it. That's what I'm doing because that's what we gotta do these days. Now I'm taking my my silicone cupcake holder. All right, I'm back with my silicone holder, and if I'm correct, yeah, this has measurements on here. There's a line in here that says 100 milligram or 3.4 ounces, and it says 150 milligram or 5 ounces, depending on what you put on here. So that's good. That's another reason I really want to use these, okay? So I'm going to start with the 3.5. I think that'll be enough. Because I know 1 serving of this meat alone is, what they say, that is, before I actually do this, hold on, forgot something. Let me do this. So sorry. I want to spray it. Even though it's silicone, I still want to give it a little squirt of some oil. I want to have a little squirt, and I also want to make sure it goes up the sides. I most certainly do not want any kind of sticking in here. I want good release. So that's why I did that. Now, I'm going to take a handful. I really should weigh it, but I'm not going that far. Take this, plop it in. Now that actually covers the whole thing. So, but you can't see. Let me move it back a little. See if you can see it. See, that covered the whole amount. Let's see. But I'm only going to use one of these. Pop that in there. Pop this in here. Plop that in there. And then plop this in here. And well, you know I got a lot more left, so I gotta add more to one of these or 2 of these. You know, so here we go. I know this don't have as much, and this don't have as much. All right, so it actually covered, this is just one pack, and covered the whole thing. My oven is on 350. I'm putting it in the oven maybe 40 minutes, I think. 40 minutes to an hour should be done. And I will show you guys what it looks like when I come back. I want to show you what it looks like. But right now I'm going to put it in the oven so then it can be ready on time. Today was shot day. I took my shot just a few minutes ago, actually. So if it gets crazy, sometimes it does and sometimes it don't. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it don't. But meanwhile, I need to eat something for dinner. So I decided on this. But I'll be back in a bit when it's done. All right, guys, this is Stephanie. You are back in my kitchen. These are the muffins that came out the oven. I think I had them in maybe at least an hour. I had them in. Then I put some more ketchup on top because that's how I like it. And notice how these muffins come right out. There's no issue. None. There's nothing in here. Nothing's inside right there. And give me a minute. I'm going to make a plate. You guys going to see how this video ends up and what I'm having for dinner. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm going to show you my plate. That's my plate. Had two. Perry got two muffins, and I just got one. We got, this was frozen sweet potatoes that I got from Walmart. They, I believe, like 60 calories. I was good. I wanted some kind of starch with my meatloaf, like really potatoes. So I look at my freezer, and I had bought some sweet potatoes that was frozen, which is lovely because now I don't have to go through buying it, cutting it, make sure I use it before it's not good and all that. So there's a nice thing to have something frozen in the refrigerator that you could pop together. And also the same thing with the string beans. They were frozen. Put them in the pot. I season them. I put a little butter on them, and there you go. And my sweet potatoes has a little vanilla in it, some butter in it, a little cinnamon, and a little brown sugar, just a little bit, just a teaspoon in the whole thing. So not a whole lot, but that's my dinner. And I'm going to show you, I don't think this is, this is maybe I think this is about 250 calories, giving me all my protein. I got this is maybe 70 calories, and that's maybe 30 calories. I maybe have 500 calories on this whole plate at most, and it looks really good, right? So I'm going to take a bite of my muffin here. Very good meatloaf. Very, very, very good meatloaf. All good. Today was shot day. I took my shot a couple of hours ago. So far so good. I don't feel that bad. I don't feel anything right now, actually. So it hasn't kicked in yet, but I'll give it a few hours. I'm sure it will. By the morning, I'll know. But I'm still not extremely hungry. I wasn't extremely hungry in the first place, but I know I have to eat something. I try to eat anyhow, even though, I may not be too hungry. So I still try to get something in. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to sit down and finish. I'm going to try this. Try this while I got you all on camera. That's good. Perry's eating. He's not eating, but he's waiting for me. So let me go. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. I'll try to put these up as I'm doing it so you know what I'm eating. And, maybe who knows? You sort of got a recipe out of this one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.